Shalom, family. It's good to see everybody here. How you doing, KD? All right. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. I wish it's been so windy. I think this winter, the only thing I'm going to remember about the winter is how windy it's been. I don't think I've ever experienced a winter where most of it was very windy, but this one was indeed. Definitely, it was a different kind of winter. So, everybody, let me go ahead and share my screen and we'll get started. Okay, please give me a 1 if you can see my screen. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah. Renew. Help me continue. Wait on ya. Wait on ya. There's power if you wait. Power if you wait. There's power if you wait. Power if you wait.
Remember the deeds of our forefathers, which they did in their generations, and you will win great glory and everlasting renown. Was not Abraham found faithful when he was tried, and it was credited to him as uprightness? Joseph, in his time of distress, observed the commandment and became master of Egypt. Phinehas, our forefather, for his intense zeal, obtained the promise of an everlasting priesthood. Joshua, for carrying out his orders, became a judge in Israel. Caleb, for bearing witness before the congregation, obtained an inheritance in the land. David, for being merciful, inherited a royal throne forever. Elijah, for his intense zeal for the law, was caught up into heaven. Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael had faith in the Most High and were saved from the fire. Daniel, for his innocence, was delivered from the mouths of the lions. Observe this from generation to generation, that no one who hopes in the Most High will fail in strength. The discussion today is about what happens in those times where you wait on the Most High, but He doesn't show up. What do you do? The Messiah cried out to the Most High whenever He was being crucified, and He said, my Father, why have you forsaken me?" At that moment, He felt as if He had waited on the Most High, and the Most High didn't come through, and it made Him cry out so much that He gave up the ghost. There's times in our walk where we wait on the Most High, but He may not come through. What do you do in situations like that? This discussion is about the mindset, the strength that we need to have in those times where we wait on the Most High and He doesn't come through. To encourage us to remain faithful, to encourage us to remain steadfast in those times, so that we never betray the Most High, and so that we never lose our endurance in this walk. Let's begin in the book of 1 Maccabees, starting at chapter 2, verse 29. This is a time where the people were being attacked by a foreign opponent and a foreign adversary. It says in verse 29, "Then many seekers for uprightness and justice went down into the wilderness to settle with their sons and their wives and their cattle, because their hardships had become so severe. And news reached the king's agents and the forces that were in Jerusalem, in the city of David, that men who had disregarded the king's order had gone down to the hiding places in the wilderness. And they pursued them in force and overtook them and pitched their camp against them and prepared to attack them on the Sabbath day." As I stated, this is a time where a foreign enemy, a foreign opponent had come into Jerusalem to make war with the children of Israel. And there were some groups of the children of Israel that had fled into the wilderness to escape from the opponent and escape from the adversary. And this was a Sabbath day that this happened. So the foreign enemy that has come in, his soldiers, his agents, have found where some of the children of Israel had went to hide, and they went to them. And this is what they said next to them in verse 33. It says, "And they said to them, 'Enough, come out and do as the king commands, and you will live.'" They were trying to force them to bow down to the policies, the wicked laws of this foreign enemy. They were trying to force them to betray the Most High and bow down to the enemy. But many of these people, of the children of Israel, refused to bow down. They refused to betray the Most High, even though they found themselves in a tough situation, back against the wall, in the wilderness with nowhere to go. The enemy has found where they were hiding at. Their decision was they were waiting on the Most High to come fight for them. They were waiting on the Most High to come rescue them. Ideally, in their mind, they were expecting a deliverance in that situation. They were waiting on the Most High to come to their aid. That's why they went to run to the wilderness, to hide from the enemy that was chasing them. But now the enemy has found them. They are still waiting on the Most High. Now, let's see what happens next. After the king's soldiers told them to come out, they said, "We will not come out nor do as the king commands and break the Sabbath." Then they hastened to attack them, and they made no response to them. They did not throw a stone at them, nor block up their hiding places, for they said, "Let us all die guiltless. We call heaven and earth to witness that you destroy us unlawfully." So they attacked them on the Sabbath, and they died with their wives and their children and their cattle, to the number of 1,000 people. Remember, in this discussion, we're talking about what do you do in those times where you're waiting on the Most High, but he doesn't come through. This is what happened to this group of the children of Israel that had fled to the wilderness. They were trying to get away from the enemy and the opponent. They were trying to get away and not be killed and not be destroyed. They were hoping for a deliverance from that situation. They were waiting on the Most High, but look what happened. Because they chose not to break the Sabbath and fight back against those people, it cost them their lives. They died as a result of it. They died waiting on the Most High. They died waiting on deliverance, but they were still faithful. Even though in that situation they didn't get the deliverance they were waiting on, the Most High didn't come through for them like they wanted, but they still stayed faithful. Even though the Most High didn't come through for them and deliver them. Do you see the power in this? And it's important that we have this mindset as well, because a lot of times whenever people tell you, wait on the Most High, wait on the Most High, wait on the Most High, they're making you think that just because you're waiting on the Most High, that he'll come through in the manner that you want him to come through. And what takes place with some people is they don't have enough faith to be able to endure through those times where the Most High doesn't come through for them how they expected or how they wanted. These people right here, they were waiting on the Most High all the way until that last moment that the sword cut into their neck and they died. That didn't make them curse the Most High or blaspheme the Most High. That didn't make them say, "I regret ever serving you, Most High, because I waited on you and you let me get killed at the last minute. I ran to the wilderness to hide, and I was expecting for you to send an angel, send some warriors, do something to get me out of this situation. Anything except me being killed along with my children and my cattle." This is not the mindset they had. They didn't blaspheme the Most High or curse the Most High in those final moments before death. Their mindset was, I waited on the Most High, and even though he didn't come through for me, yet will I be faithful in the Most High. And this is something very important for us to have ingrained in our heart, our mind, our soul, and our spirit with our walk with the Most High. Because a lot of times there's people out there that would teach you that whenever you wait on the Most High, that things will always go your way. That's not the case. There are times when you will wait on the Most High and he won't come through. There's times that you will wait on the Most High and things won't go your way, but you still have to keep following him. You still have to keep worshiping him in spirit and in truth. He is a good Most High. He is a good Father. When he comes through for us and when he doesn't come through for us, he's still good. That's what you have to know. That's what has to be in your soul, that the Most High is good, whether he comes through or whether he doesn't come through. He's still good. Because guess what? With these people that even though they got slaughtered for refusing to fight on the Sabbath, there were times in their life with the Most High where he gave them many blessings. It says that they had children and cattle. So up until that point, The Most High had shown his goodness to them. It's not like they lived a life of being destitute and had nothing. No, the Most High was faithful to them. It's just that in that situation, he chose not to deliver them in the manner that they wanted to be delivered or when they wanted to be delivered, but they still didn't blaspheme him. They still didn't curse him. Their mindset was the same mindset Job had, where he said, though the Most High slay me, yet will I trust him. Their mindset was the same as the Messiah as he hung there being crucified, where he said, Father, into your hands I commend my spirit. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. Now, I'm not saying that we have to be in situations of accepting victimhood. I'm not saying that we have to accept defeat. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that we have to have the mindset where we endure to the end, whatever that end is, whether that end is deliverance and the Most High comes through for us in the manner we thought he would, or whether that end is a perceived defeat or a perceived loss. Either way it go, the fact that we endured to the end is the victory. The fact that we didn't betray the Most High, even when things didn't go how we wanted, that is the victory. We have to start looking at that as the victory. Because in most people's minds, they would say these people were defeated. And they were slaughtered. They did lose their lives. In most people's mind, they would have looked at that as that's a bad look on the Most High, that he allowed these people to be slaughtered. He's the Most High of victory. He's the Most High of war. How come he didn't give them victory and a fight in that situation? So in most people's mind, they would say that's a bad look on the Most High that he let that happen. No, family, he's still the Most High of victory, because these people's victory was that they endured to the end. They didn't turn on the Most High, even when it meant a sword going into their neck. They still endured. And I guarantee you they received a great reward. Think about this. Get this in your soul, that there are times in your walk where you may wait on the Most High, but he won't come through. But you still have to endure. You still have to worship him in spirit and in truth, just based on the things he's already done for you. He may not have done that thing for you that you were expecting or hoping or waiting for, but there's so many other things he has done for you. Meditate on those things. Think on those things. And once you do that, you will know he's still worthy to be worshiped. There's some people out there that they may have been praying for a husband or a wife, and it hasn't come through. It may not come through, but you still got to worship the Most High in spirit and in truth. There may be people out there that's been praying for a better financial situation. It hasn't come through. It may not come through, but you still have to worship him in spirit and in truth. There may be some people out there that's been praying about better health or something getting fixed in their health. It may come through, it may not come through, but you still must worship him in spirit and in truth. We got to praise the Most High and worship him in spirit and in truth for the sun or the rain, because the rain falls on the righteous and the unrighteous, as the Messiah said. We have to make the decision that we will worship the Most High in spirit and in truth, even in those times where we wait on him and he doesn't come through. It's not easy to do, family. It's not. But we have to get this ingrained in us, because there's going to come a time where persecution gets heavy and there's people that don't have this word hidden in their heart, and they're going to betray the Most High. They're going to betray the Messiah. When it comes to a situation where the government and the system of the adversary is telling them that they have to receive a mark in their right hand or forehead and bow down to the idol of the beast, or they won't be able to feed themselves or their family, there's people that will bow down because they'll say, I can't face the defeat of not being able to eat. I can't face the defeat of losing everything. And because of that, they'll lose their soul, because In their mind, they waited on the Most High and he didn't come through for them in a manner that they wanted him to. They will make the same mistake that some of the children of Israel made coming out of Egypt, where they murmured against the Most High and said, how can you let us be out here with no food and no water? How are you letting this happen to us? And they murmur, they blaspheme when they get in situations where it seems like the Most High has not come through for them. We have to make sure that we never have any of that in our heart, family. That can never be in our heart. Remember, the Most High is good, whether he comes through or whether he doesn't. He's still good. And you have to know that and believe that, because there was a good ending to this story. Even though those people died by the thousands, them, their cattle, their children, they waited on the Most High for deliverance. The deliverance didn't come through. Even though that happened, the good news is the people that did that to them got their just due. They were slaughtered. The people that slaughtered them, they got slaughtered. Just like it says in the book of Revelation, those who lead into captivity shall go into captivity. Those who kill with the sword shall be killed with the sword. Eventually, the Most High will always rise up for justice and truth. Eventually, the righteous will always get their just due. It may not be in the manner you want, when you want, but you will get your just due if you continue to worship the Most High in spirit and in truth and endure. So these people refused to fight because it was the Sabbath, and because of that, they lost their lives. Now listen to what happened next. It says, and Mattathias and his friends learned of it, and they grieved bitterly over them. And one said to another, if we all do as our brothers have done and refuse to fight against the heathen for our lives and what we believe is right, they will very soon destroy us from the face of the earth. And on that day, they reached this decision. If anyone attacks us on the Sabbath day, let us fight against him and not all die as our brothers died in the hiding places. And after that, they formed an army and they went and destroyed those people that had killed all of those in the wilderness that refused to fight them on the Sabbath. They got their righteous revenge. And the Most High, he is a Most High of righteous revenge. Know this, believe this, and always have it in your mind that even when you wait on the Most High and he doesn't come through for you, you must not blaspheme. You must not betray him. You must not turn on him. You still have to call him good, whether he comes to help you or whether he doesn't. Get that in your mind, and that will cause you to always be an overcomer in these ups and downs of life. It will always cause you to stay faithful to the Most High and endure.
Oh, I can see the promised land. Ananda Imoti, we gon' get a better day. King Yuki on the track. That's what I know. We're waiting on y'all. Get a better day. Fina society, I just be waiting on y'all. I see the promised land. I can see the promised land, and I said it all in this plan. Better understand, this ain't no hard demand. It's gold in our hearts, so for this world to be made whole, but got to stay patient. It'll try your soul. And this life ain't been easy. Constant eons of long suffering. Man done tried every way on his own. Yet Babylon continues on. The righteous gon' stand, will endure to the end. Those who worship God in spirit and truth will be the real blessed immortal youth. Yesharel, keep the commandments, it's all in our hands. Hey. Wait on, wait on, wait on, wait on, wait on, yo, wait on, wait on, yo. I just be wait on, wait on, wait on, wait on, wait on, yo, wait on, wait on, yo. Wait on, we just wait on, we just wait on, yo, wait on. Strength renewed, wait on. Make you mount up with wings like eagles. Yeah, wait on, yeah. Strength renewed, yeah, on is getting better. Yeah, to help me continue. Yeah, wait on, yeah. Renew my vision. Wait on, it's getting better. Yeah. Renew, help me continue. Wait on, yeah. Wait on, yeah. Renew, help me continue. Wait on, yeah. Wait on, yeah. There's power if you wait. Power if you wait. There's power if you wait. Power if you wait. Wait on ya.
All right. I did like that music. That was pretty nice. So, y'all, thank you so much for being here. And we'll definitely come back and do this once again. So, stay safe. And we got a lot to look forward to this year. We are about to enter our new year. We're not really that far off from it. I'm talking about our Hebrew spring, not the Gentile spring day, but our spring day is right around the corner. And once we enter spring, a lot of things happen on this earth. And we just got to be diligent and stay prayed up. That's what we must do, no matter what happens. So I pray our great Heavenly Father will always keep you and your family safe. I pray He will summons His most powerful angel to guard you and watch over you always. Shalom, family.